Maybe so, I'm cutting it close. Hang it up.
So we are in the town of Weatherford. We're about to pull up to Unrivaled Diesel, do the compound swap. But we're actually going through downtown Weatherford right now. Check this out. Got the courthouse. Dude, this place has the weirdest like roundabout system I have like ever seen. It is just strange, to be honest with you. I will say one of the fun things I love about Weatherford is, and we're in Texas, right? So you see a lot of trucks, obviously. It's just, you see a lot of them. But in Weatherford, you specifically see a lot more diesels. It's like the second you start to get like Weatherford city limits, you just see more Dodges. And I mentioned that to Chris once, and he goes, yeah, someone ought to open up a shop here. And yeah, so he did. So anyway, we're about to pull up on it. So one of the things we're hopefully gonna be fixing today with the compounds is, as you can tell, she smokes a lot. I was hazing more there, but hopefully we get some better results with the compounds. Just like driving down here, like the EGTs and all that stuff was just really bad. I mean, it always is, but I mean, I'm hoping that the compounds really help to fix that and make it better. All right, here we are pulling up on good old Unrivaled Diesel. Got the green dually out there, all the parts. Somebody's already underneath the truck. Don't know who that is. All right, so we got Chris's mega cab here, the famous truck that will not die no matter how much Chris beats it. And we got Jake here taking off the compound kit, 366 over S480, I believe. So he's doing that, and we got mine over here, and we're just gonna start taking apart this S472, and then we're gonna start installing the compound kit. So I'm super excited for this.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. The instant of script the man of steel.
Whoa, whispering, they talking. Probably cause I'm popping. Who's that right there? Who's he? Who's that right there? Who's she? I'm so confident, I look cocky. Got with me, they can't stop me. Who's that right there?
Just finished getting my turbo setup and all that stuff off. Jake got all of Chris's stuff off of his truck. So now we have 2 turbo kits laying on a table. Check this out. So here's the compound kit. S366, S480, downpipe, all that stuff. We got my Steed Speed here, downpipe, S472, and all the goodies. So we're about to go over to the truck here and kind of start mocking up how this is gonna fit in here. Jake is getting the oil feed line adapters on so that we can run 2 oil feed lines, I believe, one for each turbo. Cruising along, got those billet freeze plugs over there chilling, looking good. About to start getting this sucker installed. So the mega cab never actually died.
No. It's still alive. I don't know. It's still running.
So is my turbo going to go on it? Is that what's going to happen, or what are you going to do?
We're taking the 3rd transmission and the 3rd engine for the green truck, and we're putting it in the mega cab so that we'll have a big motor, big tranny, so we can do stupid.
You're going to do big compounds?
Yeah.
Like a 7288?
Like a 8106. Yeah, and then the injectors out of the old engine, the 400%, will go in this motor, in this truck.
So it's about to be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it'll do 2,000, but mainly just drag week kind of overkill. So we can run the 10.0 index of drag week, or race week 2.0, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it should be pretty rowdy for a daily driver.
An 80 and a 106.
Yeah. And I'll put the filled block in it so it'll really piss everybody off. Yeah.
Sounds like it'd be a really good truck for the all truck.
It is. It's going in that.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to do both trucks?
Yeah. Yeah, I already kind of worked it out with Sarah. It's going to be interesting when it comes down to the eliminations, but we'll see.
Who's going to drive this truck? Who's going to drive the green truck?
Hopefully me.
Both of them?
Hopefully.
You're going to drive both.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really busy happening time, but it would be really cool just to have both trucks in the competition. And
yeah.
Me drive those 2. Alex is driving his emissions-friendly 4th gen.
Right.
So he'll be in a different group, but same event.
Cool beans. See what happens. So since we got compounds going in, One of the things you got to remove is this pipe right here. Basically goes next to your engine back to the heater core. And we're going to replace it with a hose that's going to come out and kind of snake around here to it. But the thing that also sucks is that this is also connected to the factory heat exchanger, which I have bypassed, but it is still on the truck. So me and Jake are working on getting that off right now, so that there is room for the compounds. Quick update on the compounds though. I was wrong. This is not an S366. This is an S364, and this is an S480. Smaller than I thought, but gonna spool crazy fast. So super excited about that. Yeah, so we're pulling out the second drain plug right there. You see right there, we're about to pull it out with some needle nose. We've also right here, you can see where we rerouted the coolant line to the heat exchanger. So now it runs over here, and then back and back there. So now my heater core works.
Yeah, these days I'm weighing it different. When I pray, I'm praying he listens. You paying attention, I make a distinction. Don't just say it, but actually live it. Man, I got a cousin who stay in the trenches, and it's weighing on me. All this drama is staying on me, and my lady, she laying on me. All I'm thinking is,
we got our new manifold in. So this is a T4 manifold flipped up. It is a 3-piece design. The Steed is a 1-piece, which is, a lot of people like Steed Speed, and not dissing anything about them. I think they make a good manifold. But the 3-piece is theoretically safer because it allows the manifold to kind of shrink and expand together. We also have the EGT probe plugged in up top now. And now we're trying to figure out the downpipe, which Jake just pulled out because we're actually gonna have to shorten the exhaust a little bit to be able to get all the turbos to fit properly. All of the preliminary stuff is done, all the feed lines, drain lines, stuff like that. Okay, this is the first time in a long time it looks like we're gonna have 2 turbos in the truck. Little S300 hanging out down there. Actually, that's a T4 manifold. I didn't know that. T4 housing. And then there's a big old T6 115 chilling down there. And then we got the bottom turbo going in. Good old S480. Jake's getting the top turbo installed. We got oil lines in there, ready to go. They got these really nice new drain lines, which are for each turbo, which is nice. 2 turbos is always better than 1. Jake agrees. 3's the best. Yeah, that's the dually outside. We are trucking along here, and we got our second turbo up, got the charge pipe in, and right now we're just kind of working on getting stuff plumbed up correctly. So the air intake will be down on the atmospheric charger there, and we're trying to figure out exactly where it's going to go. Right now it sits way too low. It's sitting way too low, as you can see here, because it is like in the fender well. Dude, honestly, super excited for this. Big thanks to Chris and the Unrivaled Diesel team, of course, with helping me put this thing in here.
Do you want to see it more? Like, you want to see the turbos more?
Sure.
Because without the battery, you get a lot better side profile.
Yeah, you get to see it better.
Let's just delete it. We'll just have to build a charge cable going from alternator, run across to your positive.
Always doing stuff with fire.
Oh man, fire's the best.
Alex is kind of doing the final touches, at least on the top end here, and it is starting to look really nice. We ended up deleting the battery, which is much needed, and I'm super excited. Honestly, I'm excited to get all this hopefully polished up, make it all nice and shiny. It'll look good.
It looks pretty good. In the hands of somebody that cares about it a little more.
Yeah.
Saying that his dad's always like, why do you wear fans all the time? You work them. So my dad say the same thing.
Were you insinuating that Chris was your dad?
No,
Oh, was dad's plural?
it's a joke.
Oh, it's a joke?
Wait, I'm not recording.
What happened? There we go. Come on, Jake.
It's already hot enough in here.
That's true.
That is true.
Just had a conversation about
I'm gonna definitely
the previous owner neglected owner.
Oh yeah, I never did anything.
Never met the guy, but I know I've heard he's pretty good.
Yeah, he does rolling burnouts everywhere.
That's gonna
His
be
never runs.
Yep, you're about to go through tires like you wouldn't believe.
yeah.
No, he doesn't have a lockup switch yet. can't be that hard.
I did
There's
a
no
lot of
lockups.
rolling burnouts in the mega cab without ever turning the lockup switch
That's
on.
true.
I bet the Mag-hitech was a little sketchy when it was wet. Ow.
Super.
It's
Have you
just
seen
like-
my high quality tires?
Oh yeah. Look at that. Real good.
Yeah, these were new. These were new on Friday.
On Friday.
And on Monday, they looked like that. It was weird. I don't know. So I put them on the front, and then I was going to take the backs.
And the backs all look better, but they're not great.
Yeah, then I broke the transmission after Texas truck jam.
Oh,
on
the
way
tranny's
home.
broke? Oh, man.
Yeah, I was horsing around, and I had, you're going to think I'm lying, but I had like a huge diesel generator back here and 6 sets of drag radials.
6 sets?
Yeah, it was tall.
Okay.
It was at 4:15 in the morning, and I was going home. We left here, unhooked from the gooseneck and all that crap, and I was doing a big long rolling burnout until it wasn't really rolling, and the RPMs, instead of being like 5,000, they were like 3,000.
Yeah.
And then it started to accelerate instead of just kind of rev.
Yeah.
And then I lifted, and it didn't really go any faster or any slower, and I was like, that was kind of funny. So I pull in my driveway, and there's this big cloud of smoke that follows me, and I'm like, man, that was funny. Open the door and smell tranny fluid, and I'm like, oh yeah, she burnt.
She burnt.
Popped the hood, the fluid all came out of the dipstick, it was all over those fancy turbos you're getting.
Yeah.
And I pulled the dipstick up, like it was pushed out a little bit. I pulled it up and smoke came out of the tube, and I just shoved it back down.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, it's done. And
I don't think
here we are.
That transmission doesn't owe you a thing.
Yeah, so the rods are all bent in this motor.
Yeah.
Either that or a couple pistons are cracked or something, but definitely catastrophic engine damage. But it still runs. And then the tranny's smoked out now.
Yeah.
And I just gave you my turbos. I think we're just going to pull the cab later this week and stick the third powertrain from the dually in it.
There you
Like,
go.
put the big stuff in it and go.
You should, I know this is kind of like your beater, but man, you should clean this thing up. I love mega cabs.
Clean it up. Have you seen my other truck? It's a lot cleaner. Like, who cares about this one?
What other truck?
The
Green
green one.
truck?
Yeah,
What,
like
do you drive the green truck?
a little bit.
Oh, muy poquito.
Yeah, when it runs, drive it all the time.
Well, I still have the rear seats for this one, the cloth ones. So
Oh,
you can always throw those in there and then take them off people. It cleaned up pretty nice, huh?
it did. Not bad for used hand-me-down dually parts.
Not bad at all, man. I'm super happy with it. O'Reilly, please sponsor the show.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's see what it's like.
Fire in the hole.
Stop blowing smoke. Damn. It's pulled up, not even under load.
Guess how many pounds it makes it 3,000?
40?
10 pounds. Just free rev.
Oh,
10 pounds.
free revving.
Free
Yeah,
rev.
free
You
rev.
weren't, you weren't power brake
No,
clear?
just revved it up.
Wow.
10 pounds.
That's what a healthy, straight connecting rods with full compression. That's how it's supposed to work. All right,
All right.
let's put it on the lift. Be done.
Keep going it. We just got to trim the down pipe, make it fit. All right, so they're working to get the down pipe on right now. It's gonna have to fit right there. They're kind of having to move the body a little bit to get the pipe to fit. It's a 4-inch down pipe that'll then go to the rest of my 4-inch exhaust. So it should work pretty good. These guys have been working hard to knock it out, and so I really appreciate it, especially with this Texas heat. But Man, to see these compounds from this angle looks so sick.
Be a whole new truck, whole new driving experience.
Yeah.
2 turbos are better than 1 turbo.
Always.
Always, every time.
It's gonna fit nice and tight. Almost there.
Pull your pipe down.
Up.
Pop that strap. Yeah, you gotta pop the strap. Go. Oh.
She's recording.
What do you want me to record?
Just me. My reaction. Well, maybe not that close. Dude, look at the follicles on my. Does Alex want to come? Alex want to come?
Probably not. Sometimes it's best that somebody stays at the fort.
Well, it's 15 pounds real quick.
That's the down pipe.
Oh, is that what's vibrating?
Yeah.
I mean, it actually makes boost now. Still gets pretty hot though. It's like 1300. It wasn't bad. And tune 3 as well. And she got sideways again. It wasn't even that good of a burnout.
Shit, like restaurant.
I'll show you how to burn.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a little bit of cold. Is that what that was?
That's what that was.
Is it broken?
It's not broken. It just needs more love.
I couldn't have blown it that easily though.
You just lifted it. You could hear it like a shotgun.
Yeah. Was that or was that the?
No, that's it. These trucks do what they want. They don't care what you want to do. They do what they want to do.
All right, so we're back in the truck. We fixed the downpipe issue. Chris is driving now. And
in for a ride.
Well, theoretically, we're not going to lift the head now that he's driving.
No promises.
But there's no promises, obviously. We have ARP 425s, which is not the ideal amount. So let's see what Chris thinks of the setup. Yeah, I hear it.
Jeez.
Is that the downpipe or was that the head?
That's the head.
Oh my god.
It's just picking the head straight up.
You lifted it up pretty good.
Yeah. That sucks.
That was tune 3.
Yeah, let's try tune 1. Just take a gander, see if it'll be any better. Probably not, but you never know. It's worth a shot.
Are we overheating it all?
Nope. She's looking good. She's giving us a little back talk, telling us we need more money and more parts.
More money, more parts.
Fixes everything.
I know.
Time and money.
Well, at least when you're not full throttle,
Yeah,
at least it'll be happier.
Yeah, completely drivable.
Got a little bit of smoke. That's very clean.
That's right at 50 pounds boost.
Very clean. And you can hear that sucker. I think that was that battery.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you got in the bed? Empty battery?
Well, what do you think?
It's completely drivable, but it's time we put a head on it. Some big studs.
Yeah.
But you're gonna love it. Obviously, you're picking up your head. You can already see how much more drivable a 362 480 is more than a single 72
Yeah,
on a
obviously.
5.9. But
100%.
it's just time for more upgrades. We're on level 1 now, and that was probably 50 or 60% throttle, so you can definitely get around and still go and drive, but just understand that you're gonna pick the head up off of it, and eventually it'll blow out the gasket and all that fun stuff. All right, you want to video
Let's see.
how clean we can do it?
Yeah, let's try. It's pretty clean. That's very clean. Wow.
That's on the wood.
Not good.
48 pounds of boost, tune 1 on the wood.
can't believe it, but I feel like Chris is telling me I need to stay in tune 1.
Yeah, your head's telling you to stay in tune 1. I don't care, tune 5, but I mean,
yeah,
you know, your head, cylinder head is telling you tune 1. Your daily driver.
Daily driver head.
Right. That's important. Don't ever lose sight of that.
Yeah.
But it'll be so much better to drive.
All right, so we're cruising along on the highway now. See, we're doing like 60 or so. You can look at the boost now. We're showing like 10. I'm gonna spool up here, kind of go past this guy. 15. On the S472, man, it was like what I just did, it would go up to 10, and it would normally chill at like 5, maybe 4 or 5, and now it chills at 10. And honestly, though, the crazy thing about all this is, even though it's hot, I mean, it's 98 degrees out right now. It's very clean. I don't know how well you can see it there. You can kind of see it, but I mean, I'm getting into it a little bit. Normally, we get a lot of black smoke, and it's just nothing. So this compound setup's been awesome. You can see the EGTs here, so it needs to be retuned. It's tuned for the S472, and what Chris and I are thinking is that it's giving it a little bit too much timing down low to try to spool the 72. Now that we have a 64, it spools so much easier. But regardless, EGTs are still a little high for what the setup is, but they're much better than what it was. And so, I'm going downhill right now. We're at like 800. It used to be always at 1,000, and it would jump up to like right here. I'm about to pull this hill. It's not much of a hill, but we kind of get to almost 1,000. Before, it would get to 1,200 instantly. So I'm very happy with this. More boost, better EGTs, the motor's just cooler, happier. Gas mileage seems to have improved. So it's been good. One thing that does suck, though, is that it does need to be retuned. Not everything's happy with each other right now. And so we have this issue where if I get on it too hard, it will lift the head. Literally, because it's like so much boost, so fast, and the timing isn't completely right. At least that's what Chris and I have theorized. So here soon we're going to end up getting it retuned. We're in the process of making that happen. But all in all, like, there might not be any rolling burnouts with the setup yet until we get it retuned. But the drivability is like through the roof. So yeah. Anyway, we got just finished up some stuff with Chris. Filming some stuff, and so there's a lot of good content coming, so make sure y'all stay tuned. See you, bye.